Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. Thanks for coming out. It is Saturday, and I am playing a little bit more Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney. Hello, Mario. How is it going? So, what we did last time was we left the entire thing off on an actual, right in the middle of an actual, cross-examination bit of the game, which I don't tend to do that. I like to do some kind of chapter ending portion of things, but I had a lot of things that I was doing yesterday. Still busy, but we'll see whether or not we can hit a chapter ending as opposed to ending things like right in the middle of things. So we're just going to refresh ourselves on what that was, and then we will jump right into it. And hey, if all else fails, we can always use hint coins, so that's a plus. I just wonder if there's any kind of a hint system that's going to be built into the Phoenix Wright game sometime later after all of the ones that I've done as of late. But I'm not sure. Here, let us move over to the game tab, and we will begin. Oh, the capture device isn't found. Hold on. Connect, you bastard. Here, hold the phone. Nope. Wait, here we go. Yes? Thank God. Because sometimes you would get ridiculously stuck, and I don't want to have to deal with trying to figure things out via a walkthrough. Okay, time of the crime. So, to refresh us, the storyteller finished speaking to the crowds at the town square in the evening. That's when the Great Witch appeared. I still cannot forget the sound of that terrible incantation. It was undoubtedly that girl's voice. We ran towards the tower as soon as we saw her, keeping our eyes on her to make sure she didn't escape. Vigilante did it. I don't know. I don't think this is how this court system works. We split into two groups at the entrance, one group to guard it, the other to chase down the witch. I was in the first group. I was one of the pursuers. I ran into the tower and caused the witch. There was no one but us at the crime scene. We captured the girl. There was nowhere for anyone to hide there. There was no other witch, I'm sure of it. I was guarding the entrance. I heard the door locked. That's right, young one. The fateful bell tower, the fateful incident. We saw them with our own fateful eyes. You have the most fluffiest statements possible, sir. Anyway. Nah, it was totally the vigilante. No, wait, maybe it was a vigilante? I think it was a vigilante. Maybe it's this vigilante. Was it this vigilante? I don't know, maybe it was this one. Meh. Something tells me it was none of them, and this is just a complete waste of everyone's time. That was where I was going for it. But anyways, let's do this right from the beginning. The storyteller finished speaking to the crowds at the town square in the evening. That's when the Great Witch appeared. Hold it! Okay, there's Grumpy. Shortly before sunset, there were lots of people in the town square, weren't there? They're sexy, beardy, shorty. It's like the Seven Dwarves. All the people were in the square. You read the contents of the story, didn't you? The town's grand finale was kind of a big deal, huh? It happened only several hours ago. A sight we'll never forget. The storyteller noticed the Great Witch first. She appeared at the bell tower, and she conjured a flame above her finger. The storyteller fixed his gauge on that flame. But it was already too late. The Great Witch uttered the incantation. Grandworm. I still cannot forget the sound of that terrible incantation. It was undoubtedly that girl's voice. Hold it! I feel like there's something to do with this. Oh, right. Dark Law. And by that girl, you mean... What a question! I mean, Espella Cantabella. Who else? She took her father's life with that fearsome word. Yeah, no doubt about it. That voice belonged to the Espella Cantabella. That fiendish voice. It even made me shudder a little. Oh, yes. She shouted that dreadful incantation. Ignaze. Ignaze, sir. Fucking wrong trial, Grandpa. That wasn't even the same witch. It looks like they all remember her voice. Well, to be honest, I also think it was Espella's voice. Maybe it's better not to dig too deep into this topic. What the fuck is Maya wearing? Don't worry, she needs to hide her identity, considering the fact that technically in the story she is dead, and that would confuse a lot of people. We ran towards the tower as soon as we saw her, keeping our eyes on her to make sure she didn't escape.
Hold it!
Were the vigilantes the first to arrive at the crime scene? Of course! I was worried the Great Witch may escape us, so I never took my eyes off her until I reached the bell tower. You didn't lose sight of her even once? No! Even when I tripped on a pebble and fell down, I kept my eyes fixed on her. Oh, I'm sure. You fell down? It's dangerous to run without paying attention to where you're stepping. I saw my fellow vigilantes capture the Great Witch. That's when I tripped and fell. It was impossible for someone else to have traded places with the person who summoned the fire dragon. Therefore, the Great Witch Bazella can be none other than Espella Cantabella. Oh, sure. We'll see how that pans out within the rest of this court hearing. We split into two groups at the entrance. One group to guard it, the other to chase down the witch. I was in the first group.
Hold it!
Can you tell me which vigilantes were guarding the entrance? It was me and Lotta. Gosh, Jesus, keep your head up. The rest went after that witch, right, Lancelot? Lotta? Yeah, I think that's right. Oh. What about me? I was there, was he? I was guarding the entrance with you. Ah, yes, now that I think about it, it was quite a scene. Did I hear about Square and Smash? No, I didn't hear anything. Is Square Enix doing something weird? Or is this a different Square? Quite a scene. If you want to know more, why don't you ask the kid? Ahem. Oh, wait, you. I'm fairly certain that I, too, was there, guarding the entrance. Well, wherever I may have been, the wind that blows over Plain will have blown just the same. These guys aren't the best when it comes to teamwork. They are so stingy, they aren't allowing Cloud to be playable in World of Light. He's not even in it. Interesting. Weird. Also a little bit catty. Alright. Well, excellent PR for Nintendo, horrible for them. I was one of the pursuers. I ran into the tower. I caught the witch. Oh, shit. Sorry, I didn't want to skip past you, but I'm a little bit scared to talk. Or in any cutscenes. Oh my god, seriously? Is that why he wasn't in any of the, the preview videos? Great. Excuse me. I have some, dark chocolate sitting next to me, and it's very tempting. You did it! You caught the witch! I love how surprised he was about that. It's like, you frail son of a bitch! Square are full of idiots. I wouldn't say Square is full of idiots. I would say Square is unfortunately run by a select few idiots that have too much power. She was as if in a daze. I too was in a daze. Of course you're in a daze. You're very sickly. Then I seemed to fall unconscious. When I came to, it seemed that I captured her. That means you climbed the tower before anyone else? Yes, that's correct. Maybe that's why he's so broken up. How's that Final Fantasy VII remake coming along? Okay, holy shit. Yeah, since that's relevant, how about I go ahead and head over into my memes folder. I was very, very bored one day, and we were talking about the Final Fantasy VII remake that's currently being made. And I said that in the event the Final Fantasy VII remake turns out to be shit, I really want this to just be thrown around in our Discord. Hold on. There, I didn't scroll it. Here. There we go. That's the size. Because that's about the rage that I expect to be happening with the fans of Final Fantasy VII if it turns out it's a complete flop. I've named it Sad Cloud. Sad Cloud is sad. Anyway, enough about those memes. Let me tell you, that guy's the fastest among us, runs at breakneck speeds. Number 5 is very light. I'm quite jealous of his feathery build. He's very light because he's basically made of nothing. Not Rain Cloud? No. I was making that from the concept. It's funny enough, that's a hilarious pun. No, I made it a Mushroom Cloud just because I imagine that's what's going to happen. A bunch of very angry fanboys are going to be very pissed. I just don't know what to say. Again, maybe he's so broken up because he did it. There was no one but us at the crime scene. Hold it. Are you sure there was no one? Very sure. There were only 2 people on the top floor. Huh? Wait a second, you said 2? Yes, 2. It was me and my sweet Foxy. What? I am in love. All my attention is directed at Foxy. That's a weak excuse. Where's Layton and Luke? They are currently going off and trying to pick up the last clue that is going to help out this court scene. So cross our fingers that he gets here in time. Usually with these Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney adventures, that tends to happen at the last minute. There were several other vigilantes at the crime scene too, weren't there? Yeah, probably. But that means nothing to me. To me, there is only Foxy. That's my romantic interpretation of events. I wish you would testify about what you've actually witnessed. That ain't happening. Be happy with what you get. We captured the girl. There was nowhere for anyone to hide there. Hold it! How can you be so sure there was nowhere to hide? The whole city was watching the tower at the time. If the witch tried to climb down using a ladder or something, she'd have been seen. That's a fair point. For being so airheaded. But we're talking about Bazella here. She could have become invisible and flown out of the bell tower, you know. It'd be child's play for Bazella since she can use any spells she wants. Right, the Great Witch Bazella could have escaped with ease. And yet, Aspella was caught at the crime scene. Hear that, Nick? That's further proof there's no way Aspella is Bazella, right? Nah. Not really. It's hardly conclusive. I mean, it was... Okay, if that was enough to convince everyone, we wouldn't be having this trial. But there's something in Foxy's testimony that keeps nagging at me. Was there really no place to hide? Can any evidence in the court record confirm that? No place to hide. I feel like I need to be presenting on that thing. There was no other witch, I'm sure of it. Hold it! Drunky! Not quite. He is just fallen swooning madly in love. Unless you're talking about some other drunky. Oh, no, you're talking about more of the 7 dwarves. Wimpy. Scrumpy. A witch could have used magic to remain unseen. Sorry to disappoint you, but no one used any magic at the time. What makes you so sure? To cast a spell, a witch needs to say that spell's incantation. And we heard no incantations, nor any other suspicious noises. Hello. I think I hear somebody's confused ramblings. Hold on. Oh, hey. Oh, God. Wait a minute. Okay, so you have something on your mind. You have... Jeez, a lot of people have something on their minds. Shit. I kind of want to leave the old guy to last, but alright, we'll see. Yeah, Shaky. Hang on! Mr. Shaky. God damn it. Why are you even out and about? You really should be in bed. I didn't mean to startle you. Do you have anything to add to Mr. Treaton's testimony? Yes. I think there was something. There's a strange noise. You actually heard something at the crime scene? And you say it was a strange noise? Yes. I love Shaky. Look what you did, Nick. That's just cruel. What? I didn't do anything. I can't remember if I heard anything odd when we were in the bell tower. Excuse me, Mr. Shaky. We've killed him. It looks like we're temporarily one witness down. Let's give him a break. Maybe someone else also heard that noise. Number 8 said he didn't hear anything unusual. And it wasn't only Shaky that seemed to have a different opinion on that matter. Let's question the other witnesses too. Very well. I'll get to you in a little bit. Right, stop swooning. Cast a spell, a witch needs to say that spell's incantation. We heard no incantations, nor any other suspicious noises. He's back up! Let's ask him now! No. Probably won't work. I'm gonna ask you, since I have this strange suspicion that you're not gonna help me out at all. Hang on! Or maybe he will. Excuse me, Mr. Wordsmith. I do not know anyone by that name. Yeah. Anyway, would you like to comment on Mr. Treeden's testimony? You floaty bastard! Say something. I see you have nothing to say. He's in green field mode again. Do not rush to conclusions, young one. I am on a green field, sky-clad, watching petals dance in the wind. Yep, I knew you'd say that. And yet, a single shaft of light has shone through the dark abyss of my memory. I heard something in the bell tower when we went to apprehend the witch. What did you hear? Was it an incantation? No, it wasn't an incantation. Nevertheless, it sounded like a woman's voice. Mr. Wordsmith, this is extremely important information. Please add this to your testimony. Yes, I shall do that. It's best that I tell you about it now before I forget again. Yes, open your mouth. Open your pie hole. As the defender requested, you will now testify about the sound you heard. I recall hearing a woman's voice. A faint, delicate sobbing, no less. Oh, okay. Well, before I get to that, I'd like to try and open up some more doors, maybe. Heard no incantations, nor any other suspicious Oh, is that it? Really? I found it, and now all the rest of them are gone? Hang on! Shit. Come on, you had something to say. You want something? I'd just like to know what you were thinking about, if you don't mind sharing. I can feel everyone's eyes on me. It's giving me the tingly feeling. I'm such a naughty girl. I guess people just can't help wanting to look at me. I'm not sure that's quite it. I think everyone watch because you're sitting on top of the witness stand. If the stairs make you uncomfortable, perhaps you could get... excuse me, get down and stand with the others. No, I think she lives for it. No, you probably wouldn't know this, old man. But attention only makes a woman's beauty shine. Oh, boy. So, shit, nothing more? That sucks. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and go for the next things. Oh, nope. Let's see. So I've already done yours. Guarding the entrance, I want to see what the heck this is. Hold it. Hello, Noisy Wolf. How's it going? You locked the door to the bell tower? Oi! I wasn't gonna let anything escape! Said I took the key in the lock. Oh, nice. You did a great job, didn't you? His intentions weren't bad, but it did more harm than good. Huh? The little boy swallowed the key, and there was no... Oh, what? Why would you swallow the key, you dramatic little bastard? He successfully locked in everyone who entered the bell tower. He swallowed the key? Oh, that's right. We couldn't get down from the bell tower for some time afterwards. We had to wait until it headed directly through his digestion. This incident has led us to coin a new word for getting helplessly trapped. It's to be oh god, I can't pronounce it. It's getting quite popular. Don't go around attaching strange meanings to people's names. So, you could say we got ourselves kind of dysfunctional son of a bitch in Labyrinthia. Oh, look at you, a budding expert on Labyrinthian slang. Why are you the one that has such, like, I don't know, such knowledge about other languages and other people's dialect? Sorry, chocolate. Anyway, this guy recalls hearing the woman's voice, faint, delicate sobbing. Hold it! Sobbing? You heard a woman sobbing? Yes, sobbing, or perhaps waiting. Eek, 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 eek. You sounded a bit like hinges in need of some greasing. It's not really sobbing. Boy, his falsetto packs a serious punch. And there was another noise, too. Clack, 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 clack. It was a pleasant sound, rather like that of wooden cogs in motion. Huh? And another sound. A clink clank of chains creaking. Wait, chains creaking. Sorry, I reversed that somehow in my head. We go a long way from the sound of a woman crying. Ow, oh. I remember now! Oh, a woman's scream! It was likely the contraptions that were... Nope, we're out of luck again. On second thought, I heard it too. I remember a certain wailing, creaking noise flowing through the air. And when did you hear it? We ran to the bell tower, and I think it was when we arrived at the entrance. Indeed, only the quickest of us got there in time to hear it. Mr. Wordsmith is a fast runner. Gotta be honest, Nick, never saw that coming. I think it might speak more for the slowness of the other vigilantes. Yeah, the dude in crutches, turns out, got there a lot quicker than they did. Everybody else was off just, you know, having a hot tub break or something. Anyway, we got a new piece of info. The vigilantes heard some noises resembling machinery in the tower. Nice forces for them? Thank you. There's so many freaking knights I don't even know what to do at this point, but I'm trying my best. I wonder what was making all those eeks and clinks and clacks. Was there any machinery up in that bell tower? Now's the perfect time to present something that may have some connection to those noises. On whose testimony, though? Looks like they're all saying pretty much the same thing. But there was another witch in the bell tower. If only it was easier to prove. If the other witch used the invisibility spell, that would explain why no one saw her. No kidding, Maya. That's the whole point of invisibility, after all. But just knowing that doesn't help me. I need more information to go on. I'm sure there was one more person, another witch in the bell tower at the time of the incident. And I'm gonna find a way to prove it. Right, let's keep our eyes peeled for any witnesses acting suspiciously. Right. Okay, so I had a couple of ideas for stuff that I could possibly present on. Pursuer. Captured the girl, nowhere for anyone to hide in there. This is one of the pieces of testimony that I thought might have something on it, but... Hearing a woman's voice, faint, delicate sobbing, no less. It's either one of the two of these testimonies. Now that I've gotten so far, though, I will go ahead and save. It's because I don't know what I've unlocked at this point. And also, since I'm feeling particularly greedy, and I have 140 hit coins at my disposal, I'm just going to go ahead and use one. Aha! Okay. Wore that one down pretty good. Anywho, so a piece of testimony that I could Alright, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to prove that Something is mechanical inside this bell tower. Capture the girl. There was nowhere for anyone to hide in there. I don't think a flower-covered robe would prove that point. Maybe the bell tower plan, perhaps? I don't think the footprints would say anything. Just like, look, the footprints, they lead somewhere? Question mark, shrug. I feel like it's the bell tower plan.
Objection.
Boy, hit coins. Hit coins a hell of a drug, again. The eyes of the whole town were on the bell tower, and the entrance was locked. Witches may be able to make themselves invisible, but they can't physically disappear. Which means it's not unreasonable to suggest that escaping from the bell tower was nearly impossible. However, hiding themselves after the incident is a different story.
That's the sketch of the bell tower, isn't it?
Most fascinating. Well, Defender, how about you show us? Enlighten us as to where exactly the witch could have hidden.
Twitch was being weird, had to reload the page. You don't know why. That's weird. Let me check the Twitch on my end here. Here, first of all, let me put a little bit of movement on so this guy, I could see it. Oh no, my Twitch window kept up. I don't know why. Strange. Okay, so where could you potentially hide in the bell? I mean, the only place I could possibly think is somewhere within the center of the bell tower.
Got it.
Directly underneath. For instance, here, under the floor.
Objection.
They're here, under the floorboards. Sorry. SpongeBob has destroyed me. It said the Twitch machine got unplugged. Twitch? Why?
You try hiding there if you can.
Huh?
Hehe, what a shame. It might look like a good hiding spot to you, but she'd be in plain sight of anyone climbing the stairs.
Oh, right. How could I have overlooked that?
Worm your way inside that narrow crevice if you like. I'll keep my eyes on you all the time.
No! I think I'll pass. You know, I think I see a good hiding place in that sketch. Give it another try, Nick. Gotta get it this time. I don't think I can take any more of Foxy's, teasing. The desk just lifts up. It's just like, I swear there's nothing underneath here. Alright. So if it wasn't there, the only thing I could possibly think is that you could somehow attempt to try and hide yourself within the upper portion. Because again, if you can't hide anywhere down here, then it would have to be somewhere higher. And we still have no idea how somebody would manage to move themselves up to the bell tower. Under the stairs. That's not a bad idea, actually. I'm not entirely sure. I'm very... The hints that they're giving is the whole, like... There was a whole bunch of strange creaking and sounds of gears and things. And I have this suspicion that something fell from, like, the top of the bell tower down to pick somebody up. So now, at this stage, I think that it was somewhere upwards.
Got it.
How about somewhere around this arrow?
Objection.
I feel like I got it wrong. How about you stop being so vague?
I can't say I see exactly where you're pointing at.
Sorry, Your Honor. My finger slipped, and I pointed to the wrong spot.
What a silly slip-up, Defender Boy.
Are you giving it in... Wait, are you giving in distress? Kinda.
Want me to massage your back with my stilettos to help you get back into shape?
It would do you good. Try it. Become one of us. No. That's where you would hide, but that's just you. But I go with what... I go with what I think. That's fine. You know, Maya, maybe you could say something about that, huh? Don't leave me like a fish out of water. Just taking a look at this, it doesn't look like there's anywhere, like, underneath the stairs. Like, there's nothing... Yeah, there isn't any kind of, like, holes or anything like that. So, okay, the only thing I can think now is that maybe I need to point directly at the bell. Something to that degree. Though, I do wonder if maybe this is one of those Phoenix Wright, pulling the wool over your eyes thing, and it turns out you have to point at the crime scene, and somehow the person was actually hiding there. Maybe. Well, I'm gonna try this just cause.
Got it.
The music stopped. She hid here, of course, at the very top of the bell tower.
Objection!
It may seem like a plausible place to hide. However, that part of the bell tower is inaccessible to anyone. The stairs don't go up as far as the belfry.
Objection.
High Inquisitor Darklaw, we're talking about a witch here. A witch can do lots of things that are impossible to us with the use of magic. Hmm. Oh ho!
If you were a true knight of the court, you'd show us evidence rather than trying to justify your vague theories with the use of magic.
Ah! She kinda has a point, Nick. Shit.
How else could someone get to the top of the bell tower? There has to be a way. Was it magic or something a little more plausible?
Whatever it was, I need proof. Well, unfortunately, I don't have that proof, considering the fact that they pulled me away from the tower before I could get it.
It's getting late. I can see no point in dwelling on this. Defender, you may continue the interrogation.
Well, we're going back. Capture the girl. There was nowhere for anyone to hide there. Well, wait, where? I'm confused. You know, I'm gonna use another hit coin. Screw you. Where are you going with this? I recall hearing a woman's voice, a faint, delicate sobbing, no less, and then I need to present something. Okay. Well, what could I present to this thing? Oh. Found at the crime scene, the strap's been torn and has some black stains on. I feel like that's maybe not it. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, now I think it's time to talk about the contraption, because this is talking about a mechanism, and that might be the sound of what he's talking about.
Objection.
Yes, got it. The defense has a theory regarding the source of those strange sounds. It was most likely this. This mechanism is on the middle floor of the bell tower. Good job. I don't know, I used hit coins, so that helped me out pretty severely.
That reminds me. There was some contraption up there, unlike anything I'd seen before.
That's right, Chief. We never touched it, though. How about we try operating that contraption to see what it does? Remotely, from the courtroom. We might just be able to reproduce the sound that Mr. Lottolance heard at the crime scene. Right, you might be onto something.
But it was I who testified about it before that young man.
I talked about it too.
Well, you've got my curiosity. Let's see who set the contraption in motion. My lord, just leave it to me.
Go! Off! Trusty steed! Get ready, everyone. Prick up your ears. Jesus. Yep. That's a lot of machine noises. That's it. That's the very same sound I heard! Oh, it is! That's what I heard as well! Yes! That's it! Excuse me, chocolate break. As you've all seen, or rather heard, sorry. Labyrinthia chocolate is very addicting. It's clear that device was operating shortly after the incident.
Objection!
This doesn't change the fact that we know nothing about what that contraption does. Your demonstration hasn't led us to any valuable conclusion.
Objection.
Did nobody observe that when the machine went off? Remember our demonstration a little while ago?
Demonstration? Are you referring to that silly contraption?
Objection.
That contraption serves a very specific function. My voices are funny. I don't have to say anything about chocolate break. No, it's fine. I like to note that just because, like, if there are I don't like to make any kind of eating noises when it comes to the stream, but if I ever do, I want to make it clear and, like, you know, I want to make it very clear that that is exactly why it is that suddenly it's like, oh, my voice went weird. You know, it's not like I'm taking a drink of water for some reason. The plan of the bell tower shows no stairs leading up to the belfry. Now, if you think about it in relation to the plan, it's obvious what this contraption is for. It's a mechanism enabling access up to the belfry.
What? Is that what it is?
Is that really shocking? Okay, cool.
Order! Order!
Another witch was in the bell tower when the incident happened. And the reason she wasn't discovered is because she used that contraption to reach the belfry and hide up there.
Objection!
Hold your horses, Defender. You seem oblivious to the contraction in your reasoning.
Contradiction, rather. What do you mean?
I'm talking about your little demonstration earlier. Yes, the device was set in motion and made some strange noises. And yet...
that's all it did!
That's right, nothing else happened. If it was a device for accessing the top of the tower, then why didn't it take us there?
Ergo, that contraption is of no relevance to this case. Which brings us back to my erstwhile conclusion.
That there was no other witch!
Objection!
The claw! It's too early to say that, High Inquisitor. You thought it was a lazy dark law pun. I think it's a combination of a lot of different puns.
And why is that?
Sure, our demonstration didn't show it, but maybe the device didn't work because it wasn't used correctly.
What? Why do you think so?
My reasoning is simple. Let's just say it would be troublesome if just anyone could go up and sound that bell. So it's reasonable to assume that access to the belfry would be restricted. In other words, that a special key would be needed.
A key. And I think I know just what that key is.
I need a hint coin! No. Before I ask to present evidence, I'd like to summarize your theory.
Noisy Wolf says, I don't know what your dog got into, but he has bumps all over his body and his face around his eyes. Oh. Okay, wow. Yeah, take him to a vet. That's all I can say. That seems like something that definitely needs to be checked out by a professional veterinarian. I absolutely have I don't know. I've never seen that before. I know I've owned dogs before, but that sounds like a skin condition or something that he ate that was not good for him. I don't know. Either that or some kind of allergy to something.
You believe that there was another witch in the bell tower at the time of the incident, and that this witch used a contraption within the tower to make her way up to the belfry and hid there.
Your whole theory rests solely upon that contraption.
No vet open.
Oh, just comfort the dog. Try and get in contact with one as soon as possible. If it doesn't allow access to the belfry, then your reasoning is completely wrong. I'm sure you know what that would mean for a speller. Your mistake would seal her fate.
Yeah, but we've been full of ourselves before, so this isn't gonna harm anything. Yes, I'm aware of that.
All right, then. The defense shall prove its theory. Show us this key needed to operate the contraption in the bell tower.
Too much pressure! No, I'm kidding.
Take that!
The key to the contraption is this pendant.
That belongs to the accused, doesn't it?
That's right. We found it at the crime scene. And since it belongs to the accused, that's the first thing that's going to happen is that she's going to be accused of murder again. I know how this song and dance works. Now, if we take a look at the bottom part of this contraption, there's a depression here about the exact same size of the pendant.
Well, yes, I remember it. A hole in the shape of that pendant. But I don't get it. Why would that pendant be the key to the bell tower?
I don't know either. At least not for now. But the point is, it definitely is. With this pendant, we should be able to operate the contraption and access the belfry.
Well then, the court will grant the defense a chance to prove its assertion. However, you shall be given one chance only.
Yay, let's see what's in the bell tower.
Are you ready, Defender? Make sure you are prepared for the consequences of a mistake.
Well, and the consequences of it being correct as well.
This will be your only chance. If it doesn't work, that will be the end of it.
Yes, I'm ready. I've got to be right about this.
Good.
To be honest, this looks like a puzzle. I wish the professor was here. This is totally his field of expertise. Are you ready, Nick? Should we give it a try? I'm gonna save real quick. Just because I want to be absolutely sure that I have some kind of a, a nice little blanket safety net thing. Yeah, it's gotta work. Also, puzzle. Isabela's fate depends on this. Talk about pressure. I've gotta stay calm. Yep, this is interesting. You'd think it'd be as easy as just slotting the dang thing in, but apparently not. Oh my god, 70 pickerats. Hi, money! Pendant light is reflected by the blue gems on the circumference of the gears of the machine. Each gear will rotate 90 degrees when turned. Rotate the gears to align the blue gems and redirect the light. The large central gem will only reflect light when in the vertical position, and when rotated, the light must hit the red gems on either side at the same time. You lost me instantly. Okay, Nick, let's give this thing a shot. Oh, very neat. Oh, a beam of light. Of course, this must be the key. That light is just begging to be pointed at one of those red gems. You're right. Still, it looks like there's some kind of trick to this whole thing. A trick? Yeah, think about it. There are two gems. I bet we have to light them both simultaneously. Looks like we're gonna have to do it with only that single beam of light, too. What? Are you sure we can pull that off? I have no clue, but we got no choice but to try. All we have to do is move the gears and bounce the light off those blue gems. Alright, no time for the jitters, Nick. We gotta make this work. For Isabela! Okay, so it looks like I can't actually move the gem itself, which means that I probably have to move the gears. Yes. Okay, that is correct. I do feel like I probably need to redirect the light, at least like on the first step. I have this impression that every single one of these little shieldings is going to be affecting it. Here, let me see. What does this do? Nothing, really. Okay. I can't move that gear in the back, so I think it's basically stuck. Oh, okay. Do you see that? It lit up for like a second. Yeah, it did, but that was only one gem. What gives? Nothing's happening.
What exactly did you expect?
The gems must be lit simultaneously. How do you know? There's only one light. It's impossible.
Indeed. Now then, I believe we have our answer. It is, as you say, impossible.
Oh. Wait a second. Let me try just one more time.
That will not be necessary. Your time is up. Or have you already forgotten? You were given only one chance to back up your claim.
No way! Fuck off. Madam, suck it. Okay, alright.
In the end, the defense has failed to prove its theory. The contraption cannot be operated with the pendant.
The pendant fit right into the mechanism! There's no way that oh wait, that's a coincidence, but still! No matter how much I try, it seems impossible to direct the light at both gems simultaneously. I only tried it once! We were up there for like, what, 1 minute?
It seems your foolish experiments wasn't too much of a waste of time.
Huh?
While you were tinkering with that contraption, the accused regained consciousness.
Oh, Aspella! Is she okay?
Well, despite seeming a bit confused, she's in better shape now. Although, I wouldn't describe her situation as okay. Quite the opposite, in fact. Don't tell me you've forgotten your agreement with the judge. You failed to prove your theory, and so the accused's fate has been decided.
Ugh. There's nothing I can say to that.
Attendants, bring in the accused.
Lock her up. Burn the witch. Burn the witch. Well, shit.
Accused, the trial has reached its conclusion in your absence. The court shall now announce its verdict.
Boy, it would be real nice if we had a Layton show up out of nowhere here.
The verdict. You are the Great Witch, and your true name is Bezella. This evening, a terrible crime took place. You killed your father, the storyteller, using the spell Grandworm. Does the accused have anything to say?
It was satisfying, Your Honor.
Yes, I am Bezella, the one that brought calamity upon this town.
Come on, mate.
And my memories are proof of this. I remember
Your memories are a sham.
fire in which this town was burned to the ground. And this day several hours ago.
Maybe just remember the campfire or something and you let it go for a little bit too much and it looked a little bit like a town. You know, don't discount these things.
There is no doubt that the Great Witch is a part of me.
I understand.
Hold it!
Yes. No, spell it. You can't. Don't say that. You're under a spell. Don't give up just yet.
Fool.
What?
You've been fighting a battle in this court. You've come here with your logic, finding contradictions to astound everyone. It was your battle, not hers. So how can you be telling her not to give up when you have already dropped your sword? If you are a true knight of the court, you will fight your battle to the end.
I would, but she is not giving me any kind of chances. Why is she telling me this? It almost sounds like she's encouraging me. Is she waiting for something?
No, it's okay, Mr. Wright. Ever since I was little, I can only remember being all alone.
And fire. Lots and lots of fire.
But that's not really true. There were people who were dear to me and memories that I cherished. At least, I think there were. But I've already lost all that. They were taken from me the moment I became Bezella.
Poor Isabella.
Since then, I started working at Aunt Patty's bakery. I met Mr. Wright, Maya, Mr. Layton, and Luke. The four of you did all you could to help me. I am truly happy to have met you. But blame for the Great Witch's crimes rests solely on my shoulders.
Despite you doing none of it. Reality sucks.
So let's put an end to this now. Bezella must not remain in this town. Thank you, Mr. Wright.
I've never seen someone so thankful at the idea of being executed. Spella.
Well then, it's time for the final verdict.
Think, Phoenix, think. Isn't there anything I can do? I just need something. Anything that could offer even a single glimmer of hope in this darkness of despair. There's gotta be something, right? Can't save. Screw it!
Objection!
Your Honor, please hold off with the verdict.
What's that, Defender?
It's too early to pass the final judgment on Espella. What? Explain yourself. You said earlier that the trial has reached its conclusion. But there's something we have yet to examine.
What are you suggesting?
Hello, Tim. How's it going? Do you mean to say you have some new evidence?
But surely that can't possibly be any new, there can't possibly be any new evidence at this late stage.
Very well, Defender. We shall play along with you just one more time. Now, show us this evidence that we haven't yet seen. The new, crucial piece of evidence is going to be shown once I save. So where is Barnum? He has been kicked off of the case by a Miss Darklaw. At the crime scene. In the court record. On Espella's person. His location. I think he's in the brig. I'm pretty sure he's locked up in the brig. I don't think it would be in the court record. I'm trying to think. What's the one thing we haven't done? We've checked the crime scene over multiple times. I don't think that's going to help in the court record. I wonder if maybe Espella might have something that I don't know. He was arrested? Yeah, technically. Because he tried to do... I guess, technically something he did was treason against the storyteller. And therefore, he could be arrested. It sucks. I'm going to guess that it's on Espella herself, since she just showed up. Ooh, you're playing Warframe on your Switch. I've thought about playing that once or twice. I'm not entirely... I don't know. I'm not hugely into, like, multiplayer, but... Alright. I'm gonna try Espella. There's only one place where it can be. It's in Espella's possession. I have it? I saw it for a second. Something there that she shouldn't have. An item that contradicts what we've heard. My gut feeling tells me that item is the key to this whole case. Most interesting. I shall enjoy watching you hopelessly struggle through this, like a fish caught in a net.
Now, Defender, show us this new evidence that the accused supposedly has in her possession.
Well, sir... What do you call that?
Got it!
I did see that on her wrist. Espella? Can I see the bracelet on your left hand? Yes, certainly, if you'd like. It's actually a pendant, you know. But the strap got torn somehow when I was up in the bell tower. That's why I've had it around my wrist since, well, just before this trial started.
But this pendant... It looks exactly the same as the one we already have here. Well, wait a minute. What's all this?
We confiscated her pendant at the crime scene.
Why? Why is she wearing it now?
I don't get it. It's giving me a headache. it's a contradiction in the story somehow. I don't know. So I was right. I have another question about this pendant. Espella, do you remember when exactly the strap broke? I'm trying to remember, but no, I can't. I know it was still fine when we parted ways, but... In other words, she has no memory of it. She doesn't remember when it broke or when she tied it to her wrist.
That's certainly bizarre, I must say. Your pendant has already been submitted as evidence.
Objection!
And yet, Espella still has her pendant. That's a fact we can all attest to, which means there must have been 2 pendants to begin with.
Really?
Objection!
So there are 2, and the accused was caught red-handed at the crime scene. Whether this pendant is hers or not doesn't change anything.
Yeah. She was caught red-handed by us, the vigilantes.
You'll be right back. Need to go find paper. You have an email on. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Nah, that's fine. This pendant proves something crucial to this case.
It can't be more crucial than us catching her at the crime scene.
The second pendant wasn't dropped by Espella. So, as the defense already suggested, one more person was at the crime scene.
What?
Ah! Ripple! Wait, I feel bad for Shaky. He probably got most of the, the blunt end of that.
Order, order! Accused, submit the pendant as evidence this instant!
Yes, my lord. Nick? If we have 2 pendants to work with, maybe we can see if that strange contraption will work this time. Now it makes sense. That must be why it didn't work before.
Quintuple kill.
Oh, I wish I had the voice filter on today. Your Honor, the defense would like to try operating the mechanism in the bell tower one more time.
What? Why now?
Why do you think? The contraption didn't work before because we only had 1 pendant. But both pendants are needed to operate it properly.
Foolishness, try as many times as you like. It's no use. Hi, Inquisitor Darklaw. You know this is a waste of time.
If it's not going to work anyway, why not let the defender see for himself?
What?
Defender, if you think you can operate the contraption with 2 pendants, then I suggest you go ahead and try it, unless it has already dawned upon you that such a plan is futile. I feel like she's being lenient. She knows who the right person is here.
The defense shall be given one more chance to verify its theory about the aforementioned contraption, just as soon as he saves. Wait, what now? Oh, how about that? Let us now make our way to the bell tower.
Boy, how long is this night gonna be? This is going to be a last try. I know. Are you not terrified? The life of the accused rests in your shaky hands. We won't be having any more let me try again, please, your honors. Besides, you must be aware that this puzzle may well be unsolvable. Not with 2 lasers. I wouldn't have been able to solve a puzzle like this before arriving here in Labyrinthia. But now, I'm sure I can take on any puzzle. It's all thanks to you, Professor. You taught me that every puzzle has a solution. I have everything I need now. What do you say, Maya? Should we hurry up and get started? Sure thing! It's puzzle busting time! So where does the other pendant slot in? I didn't even know. I saw like 1 spot where it could, but I didn't see a second one. Okay, gotcha. Oh, you can slot in 2 in 1 spot. Alright, there we go. Oh, Jesus. This is just reminding me of the fact that I played Beat Saber the other night. And holy shit, it was fun. Okay. So we need to somehow redirect all of these things so that they are shining properly. Okay. So by doing this, we can make this one shine over here. But how do I make it shine the other direction? Hold up. Oh dear. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Okay, now that one's shining over there. Jesus Christ. Rave party! No, I get this impression that I am somehow shining this thing incorrectly. Oh. Okay, cool. Well, now that that's doing that... Oh, this is very confusing. Hold on. Both of these bastards have got to shine in the exact same way. Exact same positions. Let's see. So that one works that direction. I feel like I'm just going to stumble onto the answer by complete... God damn it. Oh! Yeah. By a complete accident. Wow.
The answer here is obvious.
No, it's not.
Just thinking outside the box.
Looks like I have one shot. I do. I have been playing it. Success! As the red gems shine with an intense light, the larger gem on the pillar begins to emit a glaring light. Nice job. I didn't do much. I fuddled around with the gears until it eventually did the thing. I'm sure I did it right. Nothing's happening. Right, there's the screamy noise. You know that's why you said good job. Oh, okay. It was sarcasm. That fits. This sound! Oh, it is a rave party. So sciencey. Neat! I think it was a little bit sarcastic.
This is... What an astounding contraption! What do we have here? Still no comparison to the incomparable astoundingness of Mother Nature.
Ooh, I'd like to climb up those stairs. I'd like being on top. Of course you would. Oh, Jesus. Set double, triple, quadruple entendre. Oh, get the joke? They said I have one chance, so I have one shot. Oh, that was the joke. Whoops. Right over my freaking head. We shall escort you. I'm gonna take... Oh, wait, what the heck did you say? Jesus Christ. Okay, Nick. Let's go see what's upstairs.
Nick, isn't this bell?
Yeah, I think you're
Yes, that is quite a bell.
right. That's the bell that was taken from underground. The bell of ruin.
Ooh, oh, fuck.
Must not be sounded.
So, can we take this son of a bitch down?
Nick, there's someone hiding behind the bell.
Oh, hey, Missy!
It's you. Now that's the last person I expected to find here. Miss Kira.
So why are you here? Oddly directly next to the bell that's going to cause ruin and chaos and kill everyone. Hmm? Hello, kiddo. How's it going? That is Miss Kira from earlier in the game. Supposedly burned as a witch, but now no more. Kira means killer in Japanese. Well then! I think we have our answer. It's so quiet in here. There's not a sound to be heard.
Let's be very careful, though, Luke. The puzzle we just dealt with is not necessarily the only one in place here.
Right you are, Professor.
Let's proceed with caution.
All right. Can I find more hit coins? Yes, I can. Fill up. You're on to say that after the Azeran Legacy, this game kind of aged badly. I don't know what that is. Azeran Legacy.
Let's be careful there, Luke. Skywalker.
Basically. They have practically the exact same voices. Latest Professor Layton. Oh, okay. Jesus. I've not played them. Oh, what? Hey, wait. Found it. Any other random things that I could look at in here? I've heard that apparently, like, a lot of things in just this game are kind of lackluster in relation to anything else within the main branches of the franchises. I don't quite understand what's... Oh, wait. What good it does to have a tower this high?
Without this lift, it appears as if reaching the very top would be quite impossible.
Well, goody gumdrops. Anything else? See this?
Interesting. I wonder how this lift is controlled.
Blimey, Professor! I can't believe this cage can make it all the way to the top of the tower.
Well, that's kind of what this thing was built for. If it can't, I'd be scared. If I play either of the games, they're much better. Not to say this game is not good. Just standard to either of the series. I can agree with that. Because, again, just by playing a ton of Phoenix Wright and playing this portion of it, I don't know. It feels not empty, but like I am missing a whole lot of soul. I don't know. It's like nothing is substantial or consequential. How far into the stream are we? I've been streaming for about an hour. Apparently, I've been playing the game for about 30 hours. There's a thing up here.
It appears the chain is connected to the upper section. I gather it must be of considerable strength.
I wonder just how much this chain is capable of pulling. Is this what I think it is?
It looks like a lift. Did you just notice it, Luke?
Indeed it does. Looks a lot like the kind of lift which we are well acquainted.
But we haven't seen anything else like this since we arrived in Labyrinthia.
Yes, quite. In truth, I didn't think machinery of this sort existed here. I wonder what it's using as a source of power.
Well, since there seems to be no other way up, does that mean we get to ride it?
Indeed, that would seem the most logical course of action. I must say, I find the presence of such a device most intriguing. But we can't stand around pondering such things now. There'll be time for that later. Onwards and upwards, my boy.
Right then, let's go.
I know I keep saying this, Luke, but bear in mind that we must proceed with caution.
I'm with you on that one, Professor. Stop badgering me.
Some are easy, some are hard. Most are fun. Puzzles and such. Some just make you want to throw your DS at a wall to complete the mission. Is just throw the DS at the wall. Yay, I beat the game. Hey, it looks like a lift. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Professor, we stopped. What's going on here? Are we trapped?
No, I don't believe so, Luke. Although I do get the feeling that something is about to happen.
Something, Professor? What do you mean by something?
An assassination, likely. Luke, stand close to me.
Okay.
Oh no! A puzzle is happening! Oh dear. Are we gonna, like, shake this thing? Or not? Usually the Layton games only force you to do really easy puzzles to progress the game, usually. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, Keto says, plus the Professor Layton games, Luke and Layton are a lot smarter. Like, not on this reasonable item is reasonable thing. That's unfortunate, man. Just like, Captain Obvious, everything is happening. Look at all the things. Hello, how's it going, Spicy? A stone statue stands before you. Beneath it lies a panel with what appears to have once been a crest of some kind, now a disjointed mess. Move the panels by touching the arrows that connect them, and rearrange the pieces so that the crest is correctly displayed. Oh boy. One of these slider... Oh no, it's not a slider puzzle. You're just like swapping pieces around. Okay. I work best with these things when I just sort of futz around with them for a little bit, so let me see. Emmy exists in that series. Best girl. She kicks a lot of people. Oh, dang. We're missing out on a character. Okay, so how would I go about doing this? Oh, I see. And then the owl moves the thing. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, I only have a certain amount of turns. That's the thing. I was wondering, like, what's supposed to be the weird thing about this entire puzzle? That's the weird thing. Gotcha. Okay. So my guess is that I need to do this in such a way that it is the most efficient. Gotcha. Okay. Well. How's the movement work? Hold on a second. There we go. For some reason, it was being weird. This movement is very strange. I'm not sure. Am I supposed to, like, be selecting them and then deselecting them? Hold on. Oh, no, I'm supposed to be just pressing, like, the arrows. Okay. Whoopsies. Okay. That's weird. I feel like I would much rather slide as opposed to touch those tiny little red arrows on the DS. This is weird. Okay. How would I go about doing this? I'm gonna say... I'd say the most confusing part of that entire puzzle was just the... Again, it wasn't a hard puzzle, it was just like, the interface was really freaking fucky. Correct, you can sense the approaching presence of a formidable foe. Do I? Oh, I missed that. It would seem the entire lift is in itself another puzzle, put in place by somebody. I don't believe we're in the clear just yet. This may take a while. You in a nutshell when you have to do anything. It wasn't hard. It was just really fucky. We've stopped again. Another stage of the puzzle. Oh, great. Puzzle tower. Indeed, that would appear to be the case. I wonder if this is going to be the same puzzle except harder. Maybe that's it. I'll take this one on, Professor. All right, but don't overexert yourself. We need to work together to solve the rest of this puzzle. Roger that. Right, don't flex your brain too hard, son. Yep, that's exactly what's happening here. Okay. Hello, dragon. Same thing, 4 turns. Stone statue stands before me. What shape am I gunning for here? Hold on a fuck nugget. I'm pretty sure... Son! What brain?
I've already seen the answer. You should expect no less.
I'm a little bit thrown off. What am I supposed to do with all these hint coins? I'm bathing in hint coins. The third puzzle, I hope it's just ridiculously stupid. I did it, Professor! You certainly did. Well done, Luke. But we're still not there yet, are we? Just how far is this lift going to take us?
Well, judging by all the stages thus far, whoever put this puzzle in place is certainly keen that we don't reach the whatever. We still can't afford to let our guard down.
You don't know how to help me with all these hit coins. I can't hold all these hit coins. Let's just make a story with... Oh, no. Don't make story with faces. Alright.
Well, then allow me to take on this one.
There's an area where you use the picker-rats. They let you do more puzzles. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay. See, this one looks a little bit more complicated considering the fact that, you know, it's no longer directing any of my movements. Stone statue stands behind... Okay, I'm pretty sure I know how this is supposed to work. I have 6 moves instead of 4. Okay, here we go. This is where it gets confusing. Gotcha. Keto says, never smart enough to get all the picker-rats and do all the extra puzzles. I don't really care too much about it. I'm just like, whatever. If I do it all right, I do it all right, but... Okay. So... Well, just taking a look at this. Let me try and move this. Move this up. Move this way. That down. This here. I feel like I've been duped.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
These gargoyles suck.
That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
No, it wasn't.
That was an exceedingly difficult puzzle.
Looks like that puzzle is complicated.
Must be our destination.
Oh, really,
I
Luke?
think you're probably right, Luke.
Well, this is it, Professor.
Again, what will we find? I'm much more interested in the actual story. What will we find at the top? I hope it's the storytellers being like, oh, sorry, no, we're supposed to be here. Oh.
It seems we have arrived at last.
You too, when you downloaded the game? Yeah. Oh, this place looks pretty. Hey, Victor, how's it going? Wow. Seriously, the storyteller lives in this place? Like, I would love to live in a sky castle too, please and thank you.
Wow, this is certainly different. There are flowers and plants everywhere. I can even see a water wheel over there.
It is a beautiful place.
This evening breeze is a little chilly. So, is this the storyteller's garden then?
I think that's probably a safe assumption, Luke.
Herp-de-derp. So I guess this is the place where he brainstormed all the horrible things that were going to happen to the town. Great. Well, he just sips tea. He's just like, yes, I think I'll kill the baker today.
Judging by the abundance of water and rose bushes, it's being well taken care of. I'd be inclined to say the tower seems more akin to a castle.
Who'd have imagined we'd end up in a beautiful place like this? Let's investigate.
Yeah, Luke is an adorable little bean. What is this? Town of Salem? Oh, I don't know that reference, unfortunately. Maybe I would if you refreshed my memory. Probably wouldn't. Jesus. No, don't push Luke down. I'm going to make the assumption that this is another place where they are going to hide. Yep. Everywhere you look, hit coins abound. Game where you try to kill people and not get caught. Oh, okay. Dang. I feel like I would have heard of a game like that. Okay, anywhere else? Usually these things come in threes. Well, there's the water wheel. So what the heck am I even doing? I don't even know why we're looking for some kind of a hint. Something to potentially save Espella. Something to prove something. I have no freaking clue what I'm doing.
I don't think Labyrinthia would have to worry about water shortages anytime soon, that's for sure.
Especially when it's coming from the sky.
I imagine it must have been quite important to develop a technique for drawing water up to such a height.
Ingenuity. Okay, well, I can go back. I don't know why I would go back.
Amazingly, it appears the structure was recently adorned with flowers and kept in rather good repair.
I bet Espella sure must have had quite the comfortable life back when she used to live here.
And now she lives with the common folk. Ew. Oh, hey, there it is. In a random tree. Okay. There's a water wheel in the back.
This must be where the water that surrounds the tower is turned into mist, right, Professor?
I wonder if this is what is creating a veil of mist over the garden. You are right about that. It seems like they're asking a lot of very obvious questions. Just like, yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. Everywhere you look, there's hit coins. Sir, instead of nails, there's hit coins. This could fall down. Whatever. I like to live lavishly.
This building is really something else. I guess this part must be the storyteller's house. Espella must have lived here when she was younger.
Yes, indeed. This must have been her family home.
Her family?
We don't know much about her mother either. I assume that her mother might be Bezella. Maybe that's the plot twist. When did I play since... when did I play since you last watched? I don't know. I don't know when you last watched, but I have been playing these things every single Saturday, if that helps.
I wonder if she ever had any plans to come back.
No matter where she goes or what she does, family is family. This will always be her home. I'd say it's highly likely that she would wish to come back here someday.
I suppose so, even if her family was only the two of them.
Unless she moves.
The relationship between Espella and her father may well prove to be an important clue.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Huh?
What's the matter, Luke?
It's nothing. I'm probably seeing things, but for a moment there, I thought I saw something moving at the top of the tower. I'm sorry, it must have been my imagination. Let's go inside, Professor.
Who wants to bet that this is entirely some kind of, like, a play that has been thought up by some crazy family, and they've managed to indoctrinate everybody into some crazy cult and thinking that the story was actually being run by somebody? That's probably a much more interesting story than it actually is. Or maybe it's exactly. I have no clue. You were in... Okay, it was in the ruins where they found the giant bell. Oh, wow. Yeah, you've been gone for a while then. Because again, we found the bell, and it's at the top of the bell tower, because someone's being an asshole and decided to mount it. Oh, this place looks lavish. Who's in the bed?
This appears to be a child's room.
Certainly looks that way. From its condition, I'd say it hasn't been used for some time. Presumably, it was used by Espella as a child.
Right, so this is where Espella grew up. Something pretty big must have happened to make her leave home so young. I wonder how Espella and the storyteller used to get on together.
Espella is a young lady of strong conviction and a kind heart. I'm certain that's because she grew up within a fine home environment. In other words, I'm sure she and her father must have spent some quality time here together.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're right about that. For Espella, this place must be full of precious memories. I almost feel like we're intruding coming in here like this.
Whatever, who cares about privacy? Oh! Hello, Spicy. How's it going? I know you're Omega over there. Jeez, everywhere.
But Luke, we have no choice if we wish to save Espella.
Yes, I suppose that's true. When you put it like that, I guess she wouldn't mind even if she knew.
Alright. Now, again, what the heck is that? Oh, hey, blue magnifying glass. I haven't seen that in freaking forever. How could you just walk into a woman's room without permission? Meh. She's about to be burned as a witch anyways. It's not like it's gonna matter. Random hit coins and teacups. Interesting. Especially being a gentleman. Very ungentlemanly. Is there anything in, like, the mobile? I can look at the mobile, but I'm looking for, like, the... Oh! There we go. Final hit coins. Now, let's actually look at it.
This wall is filled with artwork from top to bottom, and not a speck of dust in sight.
It looks as if the room is just the way Espella left it back when she left home.
So is it being kept like some kind of a hyperbolic chamber of some kind? I don't know. Everything perfect and pristine.
The paintings on the wall certainly give this room a rather charming feel.
This painting sure does make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, doesn't it, Professor?
Meh.
I don't know, maybe I'm not artsy enough. Oh, I didn't know I was actually going to be looking at the door.
Look, Professor! That door over there looks like the way forward.
Indeed, but first of all, let's investigate this room a little, shall we? Let's look inside her diary.
Maybe the room is just heated. Nice heating. And that's all it is. Alright. Twitch has less stream delay. Indeed it does. It's got like 2 seconds as opposed to YouTube and Mixer, which has like 12. And it's disgusting. I would recommend moving over to Twitch if you can, but I have it on as many platforms as I can, just in case anybody is more comfortable watching it in some other place. Looks inside's diary. Still not intruding?
Hey, look at all those stuffed animals and toys.
Whoever made these stuffed animals appears to have put quite their heart and soul into the craftsmanship.
You're gonna go to Twitch. Alright, that's cool. Now, again, I used to have it set up over at Mixer where it was just like 1.5 seconds, but in order to do that, you need to have it set up very specifically for the bitrate, and it's kind of inconvenient and stupid if you want to do multi-stream to everything, so I decided against doing that over there.
Crocky! Professor! Behind that curtain! There's someone there!
Oh, no. Oh, it's a doll of her. Oh, it's adorable. Twitch for the win.
The mysterious figure turned out to be...
just a doll. Whew, that's a relief.
But I see a diary. I think we're actually going to be reading a diary. Emphasis... Luke's backstory is kinda sad. Emphasis on kinda. I know somewhat about what he's capable of doing, but I don't know much about his backstory.
Crocky, I'm Australian now!
Oh, pretty much. I don't know. Isn't Crocky used in British twang as well? Like in a certain... Oh, what would you even say? In Britain? I don't even know. I don't know much about it if I do play Professor Layton. I'm looking forward to seeing what the heck that twist is.
My heart was in my mouth!
Espella must have played with this doll as a child.
It looks like a doll of herself, and that's creepy.
What's this? Look, Professor, there's a child's picture book here. The title is The First Story.
It would appear to be a handmade children's picture book.
I wonder if it was written especially for Espella.
Oh, boy. Basically had an emo phase, and Layton went and cheered him up, and Luke just decided to follow him along and just kind of said, meh, do whatever. Alright, that's just vague enough. Sweet. True, but isn't it for almost everybody from Layton games? Yeah, I guess.
May well have been. Evidently, a great deal of loving care has been put into the writing and illustrations.
Well, let's take a look. Maybe there's a hint. Oh yeah, there is a great witch in this one. There was a bad witch in the town. All the carrots in the field disappeared, and all the money in the bank was turned into pumpkins. The people of the town had to put up with all kinds of mischief from the witch. They didn't know what to do. Then one day, a brave young girl appeared and said to the townsfolk, "When the witch uses witchcraft, she always uses a big stick, doesn't she? So if we take away her stick, we'll be able to stop her." After hearing this, the people of the town set a trap for the witch and managed to capture her. After her trial, the bad witch said to the people, "Even now, the legendary Great Witch Bezella is living here in this town. Bezella is the queen of all the witches. She is the one who gives us witches life." The townsfolk punished the witch, and peace was restored to the town once more. To this day, Bezella is still hiding somewhere in this town. But the brave townsfolk will not be beaten by the bad witches. That's kind of a dark and creepy story to hand over to a kid. Then again, if you know anything about like classic nursery rhymes, you know that some of that stuff is actually dark as shit. The spell of the name stands for too easy for spells. Nah, I don't think so.
Who'd have thought there would be a fairy tale about Bezella? She's a mysterious character after all.
Tell me, Luke, why do you think the author chose to write about Bezella in a children's picture book?
Huh? Well, maybe to make the child behave? Something like, if you don't do as you're told, Bezella will come and get you.
It's like the boogeyman.
She's like, "Don't open your closet."
I know it was a joke, don't worry about it.
Yes, indeed. That is a possibility. Still, I have to wonder. Why is it that some lowly witch was caught and not the great witch Bezella herself?
Well, I suppose it is a bit strange. If Bezella herself had been caught, the story could have been brought to a more conclusive ending. Do you think there's some other reason?
It's certainly a possibility. I don't suppose there are any other handmade picture books in the room apart from this one.
Handmade picture books? I don't see any. I guess that must be the only one.
Which would imply this book has some special significance.
I guess so. After all, it is handmade. I bet she really treasured it. Do you think it was the storyteller who wrote this book?
The handwriting does seem very familiar to that of the story. This book appears to have been written with a touch more care and attention, but I imagine it was the storyteller who wrote it.
Yeah, the storyteller is kind of the exact same way of writing stories, except now they're very ritzy and just, ridiculous and hard to read, and it's got so much freaking artsy wordy that it's difficult to even pay attention to. Sorry, I like pictures.
He must have written it as a gift from father to daughter. That actually seems really thoughtful, even if the story itself is a little scary. I'd like to take this book to a speller.
Yes, let's do just that, Luke. We must take good care of it.
Okay, so it ain't a... That would have sucked if it turned out to actually have been a diary. I think that'll do it for everything inside this room. I think. Yep. Let's go.
I believe we've seen all there is to see here. Let's press on, Luke.
Just open up the door and the Babadook is in there for some reason. It's like, Jesus! Doesn't just look inside the diary, takes the diary too. It ain't a diary! Don't worry. It's fine. Our hands are clean. We have no sin. Oh my god, is this the story? Oh, I feel like this is actually the storyteller's bedroom now. Artsy as shit.
What do you make of this room, Professor? It's not very tidy.
This appears to be the very top room of the tower. The parchment lying on the floor here seems very similar to the type of which the storyteller writes his stories. I think we can say with some certainty that this is the storyteller's room.
Huh? This is the storyteller's room? I was imagining something a bit grander, like a throne room with all kinds of posh decorations.
Nope. Stuck in his mind and cluttered as all shit. This looks like a storyteller. Imagine Luke riding a line, holding up a whip. I'm confused as to why. I feel like he'd be okay with it. Maybe.
While I agree that it's a little eccentric, it's unmistakably the study of an author. He probably spent all his time in here continuously writing those stories.
Driving himself mad, locking himself up in this room, and only being around the little tiny trinkets and parchments that he currently resides with.
The stories. I wonder what Espella thought of it all. Her father writing stories for all the townsfolk, I mean. I wonder if she looked forward to seeing the new stories completed. Or if she...
The stories were probably a little too mature in content for a young child. I don't imagine the storyteller would have shown Espella many of them.
But in that case, surely she can't have had many opportunities to even talk to her father, given how busy he was. I guess that means she was pretty lonely. It must have been hard for her, even knowing how important those stories are for the people of the town. But I don't think it's right. No child should be unable to talk with their father.
I absolutely agree, Luke. Who said that?
She has the right to say things to her father.
I believe it will be important in the upcoming trial to have an understanding of Espella's feelings towards her father.
Professor?
Knowing you, Luke, I'm sure you must have a lot of things on your mind at the moment. So if there's anything at all you want to talk about, you will tell me, won't you? I am Papa.
Of course I will, Professor.
Or at least close to Papa as it will possibly be.
I'm always ready to listen, Luke. Now then, shall we start investigating this room?
Hit coins. Okay, so we have a dark doll of the storyteller. So that's 2 dolls of 2 characters within this game. You love Professor Layton, archaeologist, puzzle solver, and now therapist. Dealing with all of Luke's horrible trauma. What now? Maybe one of these papers? No. Oh, hello. What even is that? Is that just like a broken cylinder filled with beanbags? Alright, let's look at the stuff on the floor.
Papers are strewn about the floor. Strange. Doesn't appear as if they've been written on.
I know it sounds a bit silly, but let's try not to trample over these papers, okay, Professor?
Why? There's no use for them. Okay, so we've got a weird mural on the ceiling.
Wow, there sure is quite a bit of light coming through the stained glass window, huh?
I wonder if this is actually the topmost part of the tower.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find a hidden door somewhere.
From the looks of this room, it appears the storyteller is quite the talented artist.
Something about this room really makes it feel a lot like the professor's study.
Is it just as cluttered? Actually, we were there. It is pretty cluttered. Not ridiculously. Cluttered enough, I guess. Also, I like the look of this freaking piano. Insane. I think the only thing left is to take a look at what's on the back wall. There we go.
Look, Professor, a photograph! Wait, I didn't think they even had photographs in this town.
Uh-oh. They don't. So this is a memento that is foreign in this world.
Indeed, it's not the kind of thing one would have expected to find here.
Too right. I certainly haven't seen any cameras about since we got here. There's no doubt that this is a photo, though. What could that mean?
This may be in some way related to the tower being so closely protected. What do you see in this photograph, Luke?
There are 2 children, both young girls.
Oh my god! Wow, alright.
The photo looks quite old, doesn't it?
I wonder who they are.
Well, one of them is surely Espella. There can be little doubt about that.
Hey, you're right. Look at that pendant. It's the same one Spella always wears.
The fact that she continued to wear it even since shows how important the pendant must be to her.
What about this other girl? Do you think she's a friend of Spella's?
Probably a little more than that. Keto in the chat. Oh, gee golly, I wonder.
Indeed, I'd wager the two of them were rather close friends at that.
They do look pretty chummy, all right. See, they even have the same pendant.
A glimpse into Spella's past, this may well prove to be an important clue. I would like to ask her about it face to face. Let's borrow it for the time being.
We need to get down to the courtroom before she gets burned to death if we want to know that info.
I wonder if there are any other clues knocking around.
Well, I'd say the something that you thought you saw moving earlier is a point worth pursuing.
But isn't this the last room in the tower? I must have just been imagining things.
Not necessarily, Luke. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a way of getting beyond even this room. Let's look around more closely.
Right you are, Professor.
Okay, I feel like maybe... Mural. This thing. Piano. Oh, piano. There we go. I was wondering why I couldn't click on the piano. That's a fun piano. I want to look at it. Borrow. Air quotes.
This is...
What is it, Luke?
This letter on top of the piano. This was evidence during that trial.
That trial, my boy?
Yes, the trial about Sir Belduke's death. The trial when you,
You mean when I was turned to gold. In which case, this letter is the one that the storyteller's owl, Hoot, gave us after we last paid him a visit.
Well, yes it is, but that letter was completely blank, wasn't it?
Indeed it was.
That was meant to be Sir Belduke's suicide note, which he'd addressed to the storyteller.
His suicide note, you say?
But Sir Belduke's butler swapped the letter for some plain sheets of parchment before it got delivered. All those blank sheets were given to us by Mr. Hoot, and who knew something was strange about them.
I see. I certainly missed out on some intriguing developments during my absence. Certainly was boring being a gold statue.
The real suicide note was revealed at the trial, but how's it ended up here?
Well, I imagine that's quite simple, Luke. It's likely that after the trial finished, the letter was returned to its rightful owner. It was addressed to the storyteller, after all.
Right, I guess that does make sense. I suppose the storyteller finally had a chance to actually read it, then?
Yes. In fact, it would be reasonable to assume that he most likely did so very recently, perhaps even today, while sitting at the piano. What on earth was going through his mind here before the final parade? There's something we're not seeing here. We need to investigate this closely, Luke.
What could it be? Surely this is not a trap of some kind.
Just stick your head in, we'll see. Put your head directly into the piano. Let's see if it slams down on you. It's unlikely that a trap would be so obvious. Just a moment. There's some kind of puzzle in this piano. Oh my god!
Of course there's some... Jesus. Oh, look, a harp. It's a musical puzzle. Below the stained glass window is written, "When the stars have aligned, the goddess shall pluck her harp, bringing forth her serene song. Rearrange the musical notes to create a lovely melody." Puzzles. Puzzles everywhere! Touch a musical note and slide the stylus to move it across the touchscreen. Place the musical notes over the desired spot and release it to have the note switch. Okay. Alright, this is a little bit of a slider. And then I need to line it up in such a way that the harp lines up with the lady? What? Oh, okay, I see. Yep. Oh, I have a submit button. Oopsies. That just occurred to me. So I feel like I need to actually submit it in order to actually get my answer. Whoopsies. I think that's it. I swear to God, I think that's it. Let me just check it one more time, just to make sure. Yep. And then the one in the... Okay, the one in the middle is absolutely correct. I know that. The really tall one. And then I think the last three are lined up perfectly. I'm sorry, I've gotten complacent. There are a whole lot of these puzzles that allow you to just piece them together until eventually it says, you did the thing! And then you're done. I think I got it.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. You
There we
should
go.
expect no less from a gentleman.
Took me a little while. Superb! A loud bang rings through the air as the celestial globe adorning the ceiling begins to move. What a magical piano. Oh, hey!
Look, Professor! A stairway just appeared. Could there be another room above this one?
And we broke at least 12 of his art projects in the process.
I have a feeling that the rooftop we saw from the garden continues above here.
Oh, I can see what you mean, Professor. It's really dark in here, but moonlight seems to be coming in from up above.
Well, there's no turning back now.
I wonder if it's any less drab once there's actual sunlight going through
The
it.
answer to the biggest mystery of all is surely waiting for us ahead.
I think so too, Professor. I wonder what on earth it could be.
The next step in the storyteller's story, if I'm not mistaken.
The next step? But the story has already finished, hasn't it?
I feel like the next step is to find out the storyteller is indeed not dead.
Not yet, Luke. It's still a little too soon for the ending.
Okay, we've added some notes. Come on, controversy. Oh, yeah. Hey, friend. You're gonna head out, Keto? Okay. Hold up until the cutscene. Oh, you're gonna be heading...
I had a feeling that you, of all people, would
working
make
on
it
mod
this
cool.
far.
It's you!
I thought so. You are still alive.
Professor Layton, I've had
Too good to be
enough
true.
of you running around, flagrantly contravening the flow of my story. As such, I can no longer ignore your meddling.
Oh, put your freaking book down, you jackass. Oh, hey, the Knights. We haven't seen the animated Knights in forever.
Professor!
Jesus! Layton's quick on his feet. Run, you bastard! Then Luke take... Oh my god. Luke is thirsty for blood!
Thank you, my boy.
Kick some ass, Professor. Oh, this is a puzzle too. Fuck yes. 69. Lol. All that's the storyteller writes is destined to come true. Your opponent's attacks are... Whoopsies. I skipped through all that.
I'm afraid your role in the story ends here, Professor. Now allow me to write you the tale of your demise.
The knight drew his blade. As the battle came to a close, he raised his blade overhead and delivered the finishing blow. So I dodge. Oh god, I was supposed to... Oh, I was supposed to memorize that, wasn't I? Oopsies! Shit. I don't know. Screw it! Yep. So I got two of them wrong. Okay, slash. Stab. Okay, so I think it's this. Son of a bi- Oh, god damn it. I got it all wrong this time. Spin. Okay, this time it was this. There we go. Holy shit. Yeah, I didn't know it changed each time. Add fencing master to Layton's resume and remove it from mine. Yep, that's correct.
Well played, Professor, but how will you fare in this tragic tale?
New Knight stepped in, fallen comrade, slashed quickly, delivering 3 blows before finishing the battle with a 3-hit combination attack. Spin. Slash. Side. Oh god. Alright, so. He does a spin. Oh god. Was it that? I don't remember. Got it! Alright. He's down!
Alright. Think you worked it out, do you? Let us see if you can predict the ending of this final chapter.
The final knight drew his sword. As he attacked, he began to vanish into thin air, his movements veiled in the embrace of the shadows. Uh-oh. Oh boy. So my guess is that I need to figure this out based off of a silhouette. You beat that quicker than you took you like 100 times. Okay, up. Side swipe. Stab. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Am I supposed to just guess the last bits? Alright, Actually, wait a minute. I think I got that wrong. Yep. Oh well, try it again. Side, spin, up, stab. Okay, side, spin, got it.
I've already seen the answer.
You win! Victory!
You should expect no
Layton's
less,
killed a man now.
gentlemen.
Marvelous! In this case, it would seem that the pen is not stronger than the sword. I said that wrong, but I got it right. Hey! Whatever. As long as it got us through. There are a lot more knights than just 3. Hey, 2 killed each other. Oh, that's good. Are you just gonna write in some new knights out of nowhere? Oh, of course you are. So, now would be a very nice time to maybe slice the storybook in half. I hope. I hope that happens. Do it. Oh, shit. That's the mural. I was just like, I'm bleeding all over, boy. Help.
Well, now, that was close.
Yeah.
Maybe watch your back. You don't know what else this guy can conjure.
I'm afraid that the power of your pen is no longer absolute.
I'll just see about that one.
You never fail to impress me, Professor Layton. Just tell me one thing. What exactly are you trying to achieve?
Pretty much what all these games attempt to achieve. The truth! Because the truth will set you free, or some bullshit.
You could say, I'm trying to lift the veil that hangs over the town.
If that is indeed the case, the answer lies in the final story. This very evening, the great witch Bezella will be tried, and all stories will end. You should take your place in the gallery and observe the final trial.
Permit me, if I may, to ask you a question, Mr. Storyteller. Why is it that you are here?
What?
You too should be watching in the gallery, watching as your twisted story unfolds.
Technically speaking, he is dead within his own story. I guess the big question is, why the hell would he kill himself off? Keto says he lost a hat in time to test the mod. Makes the weirdest noise while playing. Just like a happy little coincidence, and it just makes some weird things. Like, I found something cool!
My twisted story? What do you mean by that?
You must surely be aware that your story has already become twisted. Take our arrival in this town, for instance. Not to mention our being here at this very moment. Neither of these things could have happened in the story you wrote. In other words, what I am saying is that you are no longer the weaver of the tale.
So what you're saying is spin. Somebody is tossing in a crapload of spin. So who would be the Ghost Rider in this circumstance, eh?
It is as you say. The story I crafted has indeed been twisted out of proportion by someone else's actions. I'm not surprised you realized. It seems nothing passes by those sharp eyes unnoticed. That is exactly why I decided to write the grand finale, to prevent any further distortion. Do you mean to suggest that by ending the story you could return this town to its original state? To its original state, you say? I'm afraid that is not the case. The entire truth behind Labyrinthia is sealed by a single spell. That's right. The final spell. The final spell, you say? When the spell is invoked, Labyrinthia's true form will become clear to all.
What kind of spell is that?
It is a spell that has always been hidden within plain view.
What's that supposed to mean?
Essentially, the final spell is concealed at the start.
The final spell is concealed at the start. Will you stop, like, walking around us with words and actually just tell us what the hell is happening? What on earth are you talking about? Exactly.
Bah! I thought you two took it upon yourselves to unravel mysteries, do you not? Do what you will with it. Very well. Now then, I believe there's just one thing that you may wish to hear from me. And what would that be? Firstly, what would you say if I told you that this twisting of your story is leading towards a grand finale quite different to the original you had planned? What do you mean? This evening, you supposedly gave up your life to the Great Witch Bezella, did you not? As a result, the person thought to be Bezella is being tried in court at this very moment. Now, if you'll permit me to ask, do you happen to know the name of the accused? Naturally, I wrote the name myself. There can be no question. Of course, the name of the accused is... Espella Cantabella. What are you saying? You mean... My Espella is... Yes. The accused at this evening's trial is none other than Espella Cantabella. That can't be. That's preposterous. This is your doing. What have you done, Layton? You ask me what I've done, Mr. Storyteller? I am but a solver of puzzles and mysteries. I do not concern myself with scheming. My Espella. Why? How is she the accused? Perhaps you ought to go and see for yourself, Mr. Storyteller. Do you think it's a good idea to just stand here lamenting your daughter's fate? What's to be done? Well, Mr. Storyteller, I will be returning to the court. I'd like to witness the grand finale with my own eyes. Ah, yes, before I leave, there is one thing I'd like to make clear. I do not intend to simply take my place in the gallery and observe the trial. Naturally, there is only one place for me to stand in order to unravel all these mysteries. You mean to say that you will stand as the defender? Unfortunately, the defender's position is already taken. Moreover, Mr. Storyteller, I am the one who knows the truth. The true identity of the Great Witch Bezella, that is. How can you know? There's only one place at which I should stand in order to assert such a fact, and that is not on the side of the defense. Surely you can't mean... I anticipate seeing you again soon, Mr. Storyteller.
Isn't Cantabella a soup? Campbell's is a soup. I don't even know. But anywho's, I think now would be an excellent time to leave you on a horrible cliffhanger, and we will dive back into this the next time that I play Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Let's see if there's a cutscene before we end this, shall we? Maybe, maybe not. No. Oh, hey, yep, we're moving on to the next chapter of the story, which is ironic. Chapter 9, The Last Inquisitor. Alright, let's see, we're back at the court. Looks like we're not going to be doing any kind of a cutscene. But the court is now back in session. Court is now once again in session. We will see what the heck is going to happen in the next episode. But this has been fun, and it's been ridiculous. And also, the story is kind of starting to unravel. And also, let me take a look at the court record. Nothing new in my own stuff. It looks like we found some stuff that actually unravels huge portions of the mystery. But what those pieces of information mean, I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out at some point. But anywho's, that will do it. Again, thanks everybody who came out. There were quite a few people in Twitch and also over on YouTube, and it's been fun. I appreciate it very much that you guys came out to watch me play. If you want to take a look at this after it's done, I didn't have too much trouble with the puzzles, but I might, like that one note puzzle, I might cut that down for the sake of just expediency and comfort of watching it, and then I'll be uploading it up to the YouTube channel afterwards. I stream on Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday, all of them starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, I'm usually playing the Ace Attorney type of stuff on Saturdays, so expect to see that next Saturday. As for what I am doing tomorrow, I am not entirely sure about that just yet. I thought about playing One Shot, but that seems a little bit too soon. I mean, I just played it last Wednesday. I don't know. I'm going to continue to think about that one, and I'll be diving into that at some point. So that should be fun. If you want to know about some other stuff that I have been playing, again, I've been doing a retrospective of the entire Ace Attorney series, because I'm doing a complete blind run on pretty much all of it. And I am nearly at the point of playing Dual Destinies. That's going to be happening after I get done playing this thing. I felt like I just wanted to edge myself out a little bit, just like... Nope, we're waiting. We're waiting on jumping into Dual Destinies until we cover a whole bunch of stuff beforehand. Just do all the voices in the Amazing Conductor character. Every character is Conductor. Court is now in session once again. No. I think that would kill everyone. Too much Conductor. But anyway, so there's that. But like Keto said, I've been doing a bunch of Hat in Time stuff, specifically Hat in Time mods, and that's been real fun to do. Ridiculous stuff. And there's some stuff in the pipeline that I'm planning on doing. I'm just going to say right now, the next time I play Hat in Time mods will likely be sometime either on the 9th of December, maybe the following Wednesday after that. I don't know. If you know anything about certain things that are going to be coming out, you already know why I'm placing it in that particular place, but, you know, I'll talk about that a little bit later when we actually get to it. Alright. Enough about me teasing stuff, I gotta get going. And also, I need to go and make myself something to eat, because I definitely do. You can never have too much picnic! Anyways, I'm off. So again, thanks for coming out. See you next time.